Hello and welcome back to Middleburgh. My name is Josh, this is the Gaming Joy channel, and we are on our Middleburgh playthrough. Finally, it's been a little while, I was sick and I'm sorry, but I'm back recording and we're gonna have fun. Oh my gosh! I have never seen Middleburgh in the winter. This is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. It looks so awesome. It's like in the winter and the snow and like the frost on the grass and flying cows. See the flying cow right there? Yeah, he's my friend. And now snow. Oh my gosh. Everything just suddenly covered with snow. That might be a problem. We might have to actually plow. Oh, this looks even better. As if this map could look even better. Oh my gosh. So good. Anyways, so where were we? We finished up the grass. Truck door is over here parked in the garage with our farm truck. And we sold off the silage. We have some money. And the next thing to do is, I don't really feel like plowing. I'm not really in the mood for plowing today. What I want to do is start our wintertime experiment. All right, here we go. So this is, I've been planning this for so long. I'm so happy to finally be doing it. All right, so here we go. If you look at the farmland, this is what we own. We own the field across the way. We own this with all our fields. And this is what we want next. Now, we don't have enough money for it, but we're going to... I thought we were going to lease. I thought I turned on field lease. Is this field lease? Lease farmland. Aha! Back to the map. We want farmland number 176. Okay. Go here. Scroll all the way down to 176. It's currently $654,000. We're going to lease it. Now, here's the thing. We're going to lease it. We're going to start using it. And from the money we get from using it, we're going to be able to buy it right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to lease it. And this is like, you know, it's an investment into our property. It's an investment to what we want to do. We're leasing it. Done. All right. So now if we look at our farmland, we should own 176. Cool. Let's go over and see what we got. Since I have all these things with off-road tires, they should be fine in the snow. I hope. Instead of just going over there empty-handed, we're going to bring over a trailer of wood chips. You're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell, Josh? Why do you want wood chips? Well, we got all these wood chips from the trees over here that we were devouring. And I didn't want to waste them all. I want to make something out of them. So I want to make some more fields. I want to own this area of the map. I don't really want to expand too much right away into the rest of the map. I want to get so I own this whole area. So this whole area here, I want to kind of own it. The rest of the map, I just like this area. I just really do. We'll use the productions and everything else everywhere else, but for now, we're just going to focus on these fields and the surrounding areas. Up here in this area is our next expansion. So we're going to buy this, and then I want to also buy one or both or all three of these. And I want to do some crazy stuff. And a lot of it's going to be surrounding wood chips. So let's hook around. Can I hook around, drive through the grass? I've never actually done this. I don't know if I can. But, whoa, hit the nurse tanks. Sorry. Alright. We're going to head over to our new property. And then we're going to use some of the money we have left because we didn't buy it, we just leased it. to place down a couple productions. And we're going to get into our own productions for our own stuff. And these are ones that are outside of the map. So the map does not have anything to do with wood chips. I think you can sell them in one or two places, but you can't really do anything with them. And I think the game, overall, I think it's kind of a bummer that the game doesn't actually allow you to use wood chips, because there's many fun and interesting things you could use. One place where I think the game kind of falls flat was actually Silver Run. So Silver Run released a couple productions that are new, right? It released, you know, the wood turner, which we'll probably also install up here because I love wood turning personally. But all of and then the paper mill and staircase railings and all kind of stuff that you need for the roller coaster. We don't need any of that. What we do need, and the thing that I think there was a miss, is that the paper mill. Now the paper mill, I really think, personally, should have, let's actually back this up into the grass so we don't kind of get in the way with the other stuff we're going to do up here. I'm going to back this up over here. Alright, so one thing I think that was missing, we'll go into the construction mode. One thing that was missing, so we have this like area here, which is pretty flat. I'm not going to mess with it too much. And all of these trees. Now, some of these trees, as you can see, are the pine ones, which are good for logging. We might do some of that. And some of them are these other ones, which are good for devouring. Or turning into wood chips. Let's just say wood chips, right? The one thing that Silver Run kind of messed up on is paper is made from, not from trees. It's not made directly from trees. It's made from wood pulp, like the core original way of making paper. And so why doesn't the paper factory use wood chips? Right? Am I the only one who noticed that? I feel like I am. Anyways, so I'm not very good at leaving well enough alone, as you've probably gathered by now. So, and I couldn't let that stand. So I fixed it. So we're going to put down our first part of our production process here. Kind of do it right at the exit of our area. We're going to put this down right here. This is going to be our stationary wood chipper. So we're going to have to bring trees to this thing to get them turned into wood chips. Nice. Number 1. Number 2 is this. This is our paper factory. This is the same paper factory from Silver Run, but I kind of fixed it, or rather fixed it from my perception, right? Because my perception of the paper factory is that it really should have had a recipe for wood chips. So this one does. I kind of don't know where to put it, because you have to drive through the middle to drop stuff off, and pallets spawn on that outside area. So like, I don't know, like put it in, like you kind of want there to be a drive-through, right? And one over there, I kind of want it just like in the middle, like right here. No, you know what? We're gonna put it over here along this edge, and then we'll clear out area around it if we need to. But this way the pallets spawn kind of out here. You see where that plant is? That's where the pallets are going to spawn. So we're going to put this thing right here. Nice. All right. So if we go into our production menu, this is where we're getting fun. So excited. We're out of grass. Turn that one off. Can't make any more TMR. Great. Stationary wood chipper takes in wood, turns into wood chips. Perfect. Paper factory, carton, wood into carton rolls. Great. Good job. Whatever your thing was called. No. Now we have a recipe for the carton roll for wood chips and the paper roll for wood chips. I don't care which one, but we can make them from wood chips, which to me sounds like a grand plan. And oh wait, I have a truck here with a trailer full of 182,000, just to save time, 1,000 liters of wood chips that we stored from our previous endeavors. Come in here. Now we gotta be careful because this kind of hits the top. If you miss the, like when it tips up. Oh, there we go. And so now, instead of selling, this is where it gets fun. We're going to go in here, do time saving stock check. Instead of selling wood chips at $250 per 1,000 liters, we are going to sell paper rolls at paper. Come on. So much stuff here. Carton rolls, $5,000. Paper roll, $5,000 per 1,000 liters. So we've just effectively multiplied our profit by, is that 2,000%? 200%. 2,000%. So we're going to do some wood chips and paper. That's fun. And so I got to thinking, whoops. Oh, that's funny. You can drive the car before you start it. That's interesting. So I got to thinking, what other stuff can you make wood chips? Because we could either plant trees and then chop them down and make more wood chips. And that sounds okay. Not a bad plan. Let's park this over here. What other things can we do for wood chips? And then I got to thinking, the one crop that I haven't done anywhere is poplar. And if I look at this map, right? This is where people are going to laugh at me. I know it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm crazy. It's fun. If we look at this map, we have this big hill here, and then we have up here is where the camp is. But this whole big hill here area we have now. We own it. Except for that little dot in the middle. I should fix that. And we have these hills up here. And so we can, so I was thinking these hills up here, we can do for grass, kind of like we're doing here. And then over here in this area, we're going to do a big poplar field and then deliver the wood chips to the paper mill, make paper, sell the paper. Job done. Should be fun, right? And we did get one thing for that just because I've been told the bio baler is actually kind of fun. I've never used it, but I was told that it was fun. But there's also this, so get some more John Deere stuff in here because we're doing a John Deere playthrough. We have this John Deere forage harvester. It's a cool looking forage harvester. A little bit older version of the forage harvester, but I kind of like it. It's in the middle between new and old. It's not very high horsepower. It's also not very expensive. We'll get that. And that this has a wide pickup header. Wow, that's cool. Corn row heading, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. We don't want that. What we do want is this, which is the Lizard Pop 6X. And this is a 6-meter poplar header. And so if you think of this, and we can, if you really want, make it John Deere colors. Oh, that's JCB. Someone's going to hurt me for doing that. I can make it John Deere colors and, brands, Lizard, Kloss, John Deere. There you go. So now we have a John Deere Pop 6X header, and we can use that for harvesting poplar and make wood chips and use our factory. And then we can use that money to expand, buy the map, all that kind of stuff. So that's the plan. So now we need to generate some wood chips. We're going to get the store to deliver us something new. We're going to buy something. We haven't bought something in a while. Let's buy a new vehicle. Actually, that's not true. We just bought a vehicle last time. Okay. That's fine. I did try this. This is not a big fan. I used to use a chainsaw. Where is it? Here. This thing, for some reason, is only 58K. You can make it black, which is fantastic for me. There's black, and then there's with all caps, and then there's jet black. So dumb. Why would you do that? Design color. John Deere green. I'll make the hook green. I'll leave the rims yellow. And then we have, so this is a grabber forwarder. And I don't know if this is going to be fun to use, but we're going to find out. It's only 65K. Buy it. Yes. Okay. Again, we're going to laugh. So the idea here is I can come, so this is where we're going to build our poplar field. I can come here. I can come here with a chainsaw. Turn my chainsaw around. Do this. And then get in this thingy. Sounds good. Now this is, I know there was one of these that came with the expansion, but obviously you can't paint it black, so no good to me. Oh. Okay. That's really annoying to open those jaws with the mouse. Is there a key command? Oh, that's raising and lowering that thing. That's cool. Gosh, that's super annoying. What do we think that thing is? Do we know what kind of vehicle this thing is? I wish I'd tested this. Vehicle work. Front loader, crane maybe? Left shift, control J, left shift, control K. Left shift, control K. Aha! There we go, that's what I wanted. All we're doing is doing that all the time. So we're coming here. Go down like this. Left shift, control M. Lift it up. Pull it. And then all we have to do, and it should be pretty easy, and this thing doesn't have very much control, and that's fine. But all we have to do is get it into the zone, like that, come over here and press R. And it's gone. And we just provided our wood chipper with stuff, and then the wood is here. And now it has 12,000 liters, and we don't want to leave this thing running because it runs ridiculously fast, but and our paper factory has more than enough wood chips for now. But we can come through here and we can get some logs and we can just chip them all. Why are you not letting me cut this? I feel like I'm doing forestry in every single one of my playthroughs. And you know, that's not intentional. It's just kind of how things ended up. But I feel like I'm doing the same kind of forestry in every playthrough. Oh. And the beauty of using this thing is, number one, it's a Deere, so we have one more piece of John Deere equipment, which is fine and dandy. It's relatively easy to use. Just back it up. It does struggle a little bit, obviously. There you go. But it's cool. It's fun. It's different. I wish that jaw would close better. It doesn't. It's not really realistic, but you know, it is what it is. And we can have some fun driving around in a new big machine and clearing this whole area. Now we could log it, obviously. That would be logical to log it also. And we could log the pine trees and distribute them, but in all honesty, we're making more money from the wood chips. There's a way to rotate this, isn't there? I will figure this out eventually. There is a way to rotate this thing. Oh, and then the other thing we added, so we also added this better contracts mod, which is great. And we have some contracts and categories now, which is cool. It's the middle of winter, so there's no contracts right now, but you know, if we had hot dog buns, we could deliver some hot dog buns. Yep. And then the more stuff we do for people, the more money we get. So, do we actually have that much slurry? So, cows, slurry. We don't have that much money. Let's look at our menu. What's the key command for rotating? J and N. Left shift, control J. No. No. Left shift K and M. No. How do I rotate that thing? Because that grabber is kind of in a bad position. Can I just manually rotate it? There should be a way. I'll figure it out eventually. I kind of like the articulatedness of this tractor. I wish I had this on one of my other playthroughs because it has that big kind of thing at the front. Press the wrong button. So anyways, that's the plan for today. I'm going to get through messing around with these trees and hauling them off, and we'll be back once that's done, and then we'll probably move through to the next day or something like that. We could also get a tree harvester and start harvesting these trees, but wood chips are more fun. I kind of want to see if I can get multiple trees at once. Let's see if we can do that. I'm gonna set this on a little with time lapse so you don't have to worry, watch me struggle, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. And welcome back. Hope you like that time-lapse-y thing there. Got this whole field cleared out. Now the plan for this field is we're going to be planting poplar in here because, well, we have the ultimate processing facility for wood chips right here. And so once the spring comes and March rolls around, we're going to plant poplar. As you can see somewhere in the middle of that time lapse, I switched over to the Raptor. Now, the Raptor, yeah, I know. It's a much more expensive unit. It's not a John Deere. But, you know, in all honesty, the winch and the grip of these tracks just makes it a much more effective machine for doing what we're doing, right? Like, we're just trying to drag trees. Like, all I want to do, drag trees to a wood chipper, drop them off. Like, it's the best tool for the job. And I don't mind cutting things down naturally. I could get other things like feller bunchers and stuff like that, but it wouldn't work with the natural regular trees. So this, in all honesty, is the best solution. Now we had to lease it, of course. Bummer. Oh, how do I just disconnect? I forget. Here we go. We had to lease it. But no big deal. Like, we can just lease it again if we need it. And eventually when we have the money, which I'm sure we're going to have it once we get going with this paper factory, we'll just buy one. And then we'll be able to clear this whole area one by one. And it's actually a lot of fun to use. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in here and return the Raptor because we don't need it for now. And we're actually going to go and sell the whatever it's called. We're going to sell this one because, you know, it just didn't work out very good. I didn't really enjoy using it. So we're going to sell it because we don't need it. And yeah, well, now we don't have anything to move logs, but that's okay. The last thing we're going to do today is we need to go clear out the wood chips from our storage facility that we built when we cleared out that big field. Now, the last of those wood chips, we're going to bring them over to the paper factory and dump them off. Once we get it cleared off, we can sell that storage facility because we don't need it anymore. In all honesty, all the storage we need is in that stationary wood chipper. I believe it holds almost 1 million liters. This map and the wintertime here is honestly, I don't know, it's my favorite. Every time, it's funny, every season in this map, it's just this map. It's not the other maps, just this map. Every season reminds me of how much I love this area and how much I miss home. Honestly, I love the snow and the way, like, it's just the way, even the way they did the snow along the road. Like, it's sort of covering the road, but not covering the road. Like, that extra little work that they did to do that is hats off for sure. Let's go up here and clear out the wood chips. Now, I would have like plowed this. Plowing is actually kind of fun. I actually prefer using the snowblower, but plowing is actually kind of fun. But this truck seems to be handling things pretty well, as long as you are careful with your inputs. And we're just gonna fill this thing up. Oh my god, that's gonna take forever. Let's just go. Let's go zoop, and we're full. And we're gonna let's loop around, head back out the way we came, and take these wood chips over to our magical money making machine. Now, the reason we're going to be getting into doing the poplar and the reason we're doing wood chips right now is because, in all honesty, selling the paper is going to be the biggest money maker that we're going to have, even above the whiskey, I think. That said, and poplar regrows, so you know it'll just keep regrowing, and we get to play with other things that we don't normally play with, like a forage harvester. I don't ever get to play with a forage harvester, so that'll be fun. And I want to take a quick second to say thank you to everyone who's watching this video and has come this far. I'm really sorry for being out of touch for the past month or so plus. I don't know how long it's been. I did get really sick, and I was sick with a sore throat for a long time. Couldn't record any videos, but fear not. I still have been recording content, and I'll be putting out more videos. I've been doing a bunch of challenges and stuff like that and recording those videos so that I can add voiceover later, and I'll be putting out more content soon. Let's drop this off. There we go. Where's the trigger? There it is. I feel like the trigger should be bigger. That's okay. Let's check our stock check, see how much stock we have left over. And wood chips, 463,000. Show location, warehouse. So we still have one more load. It's like one in a little bit. But I'll finish up that extra load off stream or off recording. But I want to say thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for hanging out and sticking with me, even though with a little delays. I hope to keep going and providing more content for everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my crazy idea to do poplar. Have you ever done poplar? Was it even worth it? I really don't know. I've never even done it. I've even been recommended by a few people that the poplar baler is actually kind of fun. Who knows? We'll try it out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see everyone next time. Bye-bye.